Hey, welcome to the show. It's Halloween, October 31st. Happy Halloween to all you folks out there. And we kind of have a little bit of a Halloween-esque show for you tonight. Want to kind of kick it off that way. But yeah, so as you can see by the title, we're taking it right to them. The last Halloween for some of these Democrat witches. I'll tell you what, man, there's a lot of them. But, anything can happen. Anything can happen by Election Day next week. But Democrats are having a really scary Halloween, I got to tell you. They fear the great orange pumpkin is coming to get them, and their horror is infectious. And yes, I said horrors. After all, they'd thrown everything they had at Trump. Falsehoods, slanders, impeachments, lawsuits, charges, bullets, blah, blah, blah. But nothing has stopped or slowed his return march to the White House, and I love it. Not even black magic, which I got a pretty funny Reddit post that was sent to me that I read. But yeah, not even black magic. Now, the funny thing about why I say that is actual witches are literally losing their minds at the fact that their spells aren't working against Trump, and I love it. And there's the Reddit quote that I'm talking about was, "He seems to have some kind of protection around him," posted a member of Witches versus Patriarchy on Reddit. Witches versus Patriarchy? What the fuck ever. And here's the funny thing. Okay, fine. So that just defines the Democrat Party right there. Right? Every sycophant, everything that's everything out there that's bad is that party. And, here's the funny thing. You got these witches. What are they called? Wicca, Wiccans, witches, whatever the fuck they are. Sluts? I have no fucking idea. But these witches versus patriarchy, they posted this thing, and they're all upset because their spells, their black magic spells, aren't working on Trump. And could it be the same higher power that's protecting Trump, that saved Trump's life 3 months ago, causing him to turn his head from an assassin's bullet just at the right instant? This thought would be more frightening to the Democrat witches who disdain all that's holy, including their current candidate for president. So, and we're going to get into that in the spooky show coming up here. But I got a lot of good stuff for you today, man. So happy holiday. Let's get it going.
Break 'em on. This is America First Radio. Patriots, get your ears on because we're blowing the speakers out.
Lefty G. It is time for the Lefty G Show. The only show to get you right. Get ready to get right with Lefty. Your voice taking you down Freedom Road. Now, here's your host, Lefty G.
Let's hit the fucking road!
Did I say happy holiday before I did the intro? I meant to say Halloween. I don't know what the hell came over. That was weird. At any rate, so this is the topic of the show tonight, man. The last Halloween for these Democrat witches. But yeah, so here's the thing. I'll just start out this way. During the recent exaltation of child sacrifice, better known as abortion. If you guys remember this, a college student shouted to Kamala Harris when she, at one of her last town halls, she shouted to Kamala Harris, "Jesus is Lord," where Harris responded, "Oh, you guys are in the wrong rally," to the gleeful, I want to say, laughter of her worshipers. And by contrast, J.D. Vance took the same exclamation in stride at his rally while defending Christianity from leftist assaults. And he basically just said, "That's right, Jesus is king," he said. And I love to hear that because it elicited, and a bunch of cheers came up from the crowd, just erupted. So therein lies the fundamental difference between the Democrats, or the Democrats, I would like to call them, and the Republicans currently. And in no previous election has the conflict between the sacred and the profane been more manifested than it is now. And the pro-God side is winning. And I love it. The pro-God side is winning. And you can tell this from the loudened shrieking of witches, again, led by Vice President Harris. And, last week, Harris interrupted her infernal cackling long enough to deliver an unorthodox rant from the official VP residence to lie about Trump. She said, and I'm going to paraphrase here a little bit, she said, who in fact vowed to be a dictator on day one, meaning Trump. She wants to say he's going to be a dictator. And she said, and vowed to use the military as his personal militia to carry out his personal and political vendettas. She then said Donald Trump is increasingly unhinged and unstable. And here's the thing. The fact of the matter is, we all know this because we're in the age of a shit ton of information technology, that Donald Trump made no such vows. He said nothing like that. And quote-unquote, the dictator remark was an obvious joke. As for the increasingly unhinged and unstable comment that she made, Trump just did a 3-hour interview with Joe Rogan following his awesome stunt as a McDonald's fry cook. And I love his comment, by the way, when he was at McDonald's, when he said, when I'm president, the McDonald's ice cream machines will work great again. And he said that, or he tweeted it. I don't know. It's been flying around, and I absolutely love it. And here's the thing. What became clear to Harris and her coven is that the spell of joy, let's put it that way, spread by the media familiars has completely worn off. Her leftist media, they can't hide it anymore. And all that remains is sheer terror. And the signs of satanic panic are everywhere. In a video that went viral that I'm going to be showing you guys here in a second, I'm not going to be showing you this one. I debated on which ones to show you, and I'm just going to show you the second one, so forget I just said that. But in a separate video that went viral, a young woman in last week's Kamala Harris's Houston rally started screaming in the face of a little girl in a stroller. I don't know if you guys saw this. It was the most pathetic thing, and I just didn't want to show it tonight because every time I look at it, I get kind of I become unhinged. Let's put it that way. But when Camel Toe Harris was in Houston last week, this lady, this witch, started screaming in the face of a little girl in a stroller. And I loved it because, this crazed white lady is yelling at this little child. And you know what? It took a larger black woman, God bless her. I mean, even though she's probably one of the witches, to kind of shut her down a little bit. But this lady was screaming in the face of a baby in a stroller. And the father came around the backside of the stroller and had to scoop up his kid to protect her. To her credit, as I said before, the black female Harris supporter pulls away the threatening little cunt that was yelling at the baby. So, I guess in some ways, there was a little bit of redemption in that woman. But nothing reeks of leftist desperation more than their latest clueless attempt to plug the male voter. You guys, this is a real ad that the fucking Democrats played, folks. I'm telling you the truth. This is a real ad. And they know that the men that are out there, the male voters are no matter what color we are, we're leaving in droves. There's an exodus from the Democrat matriarchy. How do you like that one? They like to throw on the fucking word patriarchy all the time. Well, you know what? Anybody that pees standing up, outside of the fact that they might wear a dress, is leaving the Democrat matriarchy. And in an ad that must be seen to be believed, guys, I'm telling you the truth, a young punk is in bed about to masturbate to porn, and he gets interrupted by a middle-aged Republican official in a suit. I kid you not, and I want to let everybody know right now, if you guys are watching this around little kids or whatever like that, you might want to not have them, well, if you're watching them around my show anyways, you got to fucking screw loose, although I love you, I'm glad you're here, but you know what, not around kids. But check this out, this is an actual ad.
Oh! Sorry, you can't do that.
What the hell, man? How'd you get in here?
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we're banning porn nationwide.
You can't tell me what to do. Get out of my bedroom, you creep.
I won the last election, so it's my decision. I'm just gonna watch and make sure you don't finish illegally.
Yes, that is an actual ad that was put out by the Democrat Party to try to prevent us male voters from the mass exodus of their party as we can. They think that, us, spending time at the Peter pulling contest at St. Taffy's is going to keep us around. No. The thing is, I can't even believe that. The ad is so clueless. It seems like a fucking parody, but it was a real paid-for ad. And on one hand, it's unintentionally funnier than any Saturday Night Live skit, I'd have to say probably in the past decade. And on the other hand, it's completely misguided. The actor playing the porn addict is such an obvious fucking loser. His life is so apparently worthless. He makes the heavy seem, what's a good word? Benevolent by comparison. And what I mean by the heavy, the old Republican in the fucking suit. And the thing is, the liberal idiots who produced the ad is something they're called something the Progress Action Fund and Defend the Vote. Thought they could sway the male vote by threatening to ban porn shows and porn movies, and that just shows how little they understand the real man. They would mock the whiny pervert intended to represent them along with their real women. And as a buddy of mine texted me after seeing the ad, what the fuck is wrong with Democrats? And I got to be honest with you, I didn't have time in my life to answer that. And the funny thing is that this is what I was saying in previous shows. This is what I was getting at. They really are they are, and for all intents and purposes, the real evil in the world. From killing babies by the millions to wanting to usher in euthanasia, to lying, to corruption. They're just showing their true colors right now. And so I guess today, in Halloween, we all need our monsters, and the Democrats are them. And but the funny thing is, not to be outdone, in the clueless department in that world, former first witch Michelle Obama attempted to revive her old spellcasting craft by nagging men into voting for Harris. She gave this horrible fucking speech. And unfortunately, all she had to draw was the basic feminist 101 fucking rule book that her husband had soured men on a week earlier, where she said something about our lives are worth more than their anger and disappointment, and or something close to that kind of a pathetic fucking line. And then she went on to say, we are more than just baby-making vessels. Okay, I don't even know why that has to be relevant. And, and then she jumped on her broomstick and flew away. And, actually, she didn't really. She kind of re-landed again and joined Harris on stage for some cringeworthy fake bonding. But if it all goes well next week, and I firmly believe it will, the Democrats' real nightmare will begin. So then, so will us Christians. We'll get our Christmas early then, I guess, and that'll be the best thing. But hey guys, happy Halloween! It is October 31st. Get out there and celebrate, eat candy, and drink a little booze. No, go have a good one, guys, and thank you for joining me tonight. And don't forget to hit the like button. But wait, before you leave, little Laverne Baker, man. We're going to listen to some old Laverne Baker, right out of Chicago. Old song, Voodoo. All right, guys, happy Halloween. See you tomorrow.